is take 6, day 6 of why coaching excites me. And we have been talking about so much. I shared about my journey towards coaching and how coaching happened to me. So yesterday we were talking about how coaching happened to me, how it actually came down to me as my passion, as I think the inner calling of my life. And I attribute this space to every incident, every event in my life which kept on moving, making me stronger and stronger and stronger, showing up like a warrior and still moving ahead as a lover in my life, looking forward for those dreams to be coming true. I feel like, you know, I'm already a winner in that space. That yes, a lot of people even don't know. They come, they live this journey and they go away, and they still are not able to connect to that inner purpose. But I had been the chosen one. So that makes me so excited, feeling of awesomeness, which I feel I carry. But that is all today. The journey which I talked about, there had been highs and lows, and there had been stuff that I feel why it happened. But now, when I look back, reflect upon it, it gives me that sense that, oh, yes, this was the reason why it was coming to me. One of the places which I talked about, the low confidence and space, when I look back at it, it tells me, obviously I had that lack of self-love, where I felt that I'm not good enough. I felt like maybe people are better than me, and there was a feeling of comparison that was in that space where it made me feel low and slow. But today, breaking all the shackles completely as I talk to you in this moment, there is like the self-love flowing, there is this confidence flowing, there is immense growth that I feel in myself, not only emotionally, mentally, physically, but also spiritually. It is all coming into that alignment of my life, and as I move along, I am sure that I'm here to make that huge impact before I go. So there is so much to talk about every day. As I share, so much of it comes out of me, and I feel, what not, why not, keep on sharing, going on. So let's see what comes out today, in this sharing of in this part. So far we covered about the sports part of it, then my college stint, then the TCS space, and then starting with HSBC, and then how the coaching space really grabbed me in. How the challenges in the last decade made me who I am today as a coach, as a human being, sitting right in front of you and talking to you with this whole lot of confidence and alignment inside, which was missing. There were dips so much deep down that I found where I am headed. I found myself completely in mess, especially in the period of 2012-13. That period was very difficult, a period for me, getting over from that health issue. It got me deep high. It was so deep that I feel, okay, now I'm out of it. I am so blessed. Nonetheless, as I mentioned, it's not about the years of experience you have, but it's about the number of experience in your life which says it about you being standing here in this moment, showing up as whosoever you are. So that takes courage, and I think I felt that. To be very honest, I wanted to do this live, possibly a month back, or maybe a 2 month back. Sharing my journey, but it took a while for me because as a human being, I just don't show up unless I feel like, and slowly, steadily, as I am mastering myself, as I have been showing up for my clients, my people, and the breakthroughs are really happening for them, I completely feel that more internal alignment, and that got me here to share my journey with all of you. So thank you first of all for the love that is coming, flowing from so many people to me. It means a lot. It means that support I'm getting. It means that I am on a path which is so sacred, to leave this world in a better space where I found it. So moving on, 2014 and 15 were the places where I did this half-day workshop, and people used to open up their lives like anything to me. And I did workshops for people 25 years of experience, okay? And then when I got into their lives, where one space I felt was I am looking up to them for the professional growth, and obviously that respect always carries, but internally their lives were empty. And when their lives were empty, it felt like, oh, if the growth has to mean like that, then what is it that I'm really looking forward for? What is it that I am intending to build and create? Because as much as I want to help them, definitely, but still for me, myself, where am I headed? What exactly I'm going to do? And that was the period that I overcame cancer, and then 2016 my daughter was born. She's 5 years old now. So I started from a space in 2012, and that dream came true in 2016, and in between there were so many things happening anyways. But yeah, that 2016 period was very awesome, getting along really, really well with my life. And I think the contribution that I kept on making to my organization was valued also. One of the bits and pieces where I found that I kept on going was the looking forward for those appreciations from outside and not more from inside. What kept me more going, that I kept on giving, doing, contributing, whatever, but then the appreciation part, right, made me do more. And we all need that appreciation. I'm not talking about that we shouldn't be looking forward for that, but somewhere, are you appreciating yourself? Are you actually patting your own back, right? And if you're able to do that, then you are on a long race for anything that you are on. So today, if someone says me that, okay, you know what, we appreciate you, I say thanks for the acknowledgement. But internally, I have acknowledged myself already for that. So there is this self-acknowledgement place, self-love space. Holding myself high in my own eyes has really come up. I have built upon it over these years, learning bit by bit. The cancer didn't come on its own. There were reasons for it to come. I was worried for future, what's going to happen. And there were multiple factors around that. And when I look back and try to decode that space, I could understand where was I emotionally placed and why it all happened. And now I know who was I in that space and who am I now here speaking to all of you. So that shift, that journey, that experience taught me a lot. And when I talk about it, I feel like, wow. And I think that is what I want to inculcate, and want to help people imbibe, that no matter what's going on in the outside world, what's going inside matters much, much more than you getting that appreciation outside. Everyone needs it, and of course I believe in it, but I'm saying, how much day on day basis are you appreciating yourself? How much are you going on with that self care, loving yourself, that yes, this is what it is and this is what I want to do. And that kept me going, and that has made me reach to a space that now I work with industry leaders, now I work with business owners, really impacting the economy of them. And then I see that shift. It's like in the IT industry, when I was writing a piece of code, now it took levels and layers for that piece of code to make a difference to a client or a customer outside of that zone, right? But here, the shift is visible. When you get those, I get a number of messages from my clients saying that this is working, this breakthrough happened, this things happened, we got this much money into my account. The business owners especially keep on, messaging, this order got placed, this is happening. And I immensely find myself so blessed that given this opportunity I have got, I am, I am so humble. In that space, I'm grateful that I got this opportunity to work with the beautiful people out there. Right? So, yeah, coming on to 2016, my daughter was born. I was on a maternity leave, and still, because my organization valued me, I was asked when am I joining, and I came back. There was a huge welcome, and I really appreciate the sensitivity that my boss showed to me in that space, that okay, now you're back. There was a next challenge with some challenge with my daughter's health, and because of that I had to focus there as well for the 1 year. She had to be going with some exercises and stuff which we had to carry on. So that was another challenge that showed up after 2016 till 2017. But me being me, having come out of that space, then I was much more stronger to deal with this. I believe there were times that I broke down, of course, but I think over a longer run, when I look back at that space as well, I think I could keep on moving and learning from whatever kept on happening, right? So that was it. Now, for me, I kept one goal every year. So in spite of the fact that I was into the IT industry, I was working into the IT space, learning the skills required, but I kept a goal outside of it. So one of the goals that I achieved was, I did my MBA in finance. Then I actually did years of interior designing course. This was like crazy stuff, because I thought I'll get a chance to meet a lot of people and different people, and learning something new was, I always looked forward for it. So this way, every year I kept on having some space for myself, some learnings for myself. And as I went on moving, making those happen, 2017, 2016 end, I thought that, while I was going back to work after my maternity leave, there was a thought that came to me that, why not I search for something as a corporate trainer, because I had been on that background. It was playing around on my mind already that this could be a space I want to be into. And then I found, finding that, I found the coaching space, right? Milind Jadhav is my first coach, and I'm grateful to him to bring me out from the corporate world into this coaching space. He guided me all throughout, and we are connected. Milind, hats off to you for standing by me. And this conversion, 2016, because going back to work as a new mom, there was a commitment, there was a challenge inside. which was going on, and dealing with that space. Me being committed person, I found it a bit challenging, because for a person who would be, focused in office all the time, she always looked forward to be contributing in that space. Suddenly, she's also a mom, and then she wants to be with her daughter as well. So these two parts, you know, there was a juggling that was going on, and me being me, I always wanted to, look forward and sort whatever it is. 2015-14 space, that 2012 space kept on telling me that, you need to jump over, you need to hop over to what you love doing. So nonetheless, 2017 end, I went and asked for a sabbatical. 2018, I took a sabbatical of almost 7 months, and then I wrote my book, my first book, Circle of Perspectives. I published that in September 2018, and it became a bestseller. And 2018 August was my last working day. So 31st August 2018, I moved from the space of an employee to be an entrepreneur. And was it easy? I would say no. Of course not. Because that decision making, though I was internally aligned, but it involved so many people around me. It involved, my husband's support. So he was always there, standing by my side, telling, whatever you like, and I'm there to support you. And I'm grateful that I have him by my side always. So that happened. And the funny part, or I would say the most challenging part, because I had been always attached to my parents, I looked up to them for whatever I did, and they felt proud of me always. But here I must say that my father was not happy with this decision. He wanted me to continue the job, because in our family, nobody has done, this kind of a thing ever. Moving on to a business. We always had been that family who is really the employment oriented. Nothing wrong with it or nothing right about it, but the only perspective he had was he always wanted me to be financially independent, and he thought, coaching may not give me that. Nonetheless, it's his perspective, and I respected that. He didn't speak with me for a couple of days. He didn't actually help me really get onto it. But my mom was always there for me, and I miss her. I miss both of them. They're no more in this world, but I just miss them. I remember, when I resigned, and after the last day when I came home, my mom opened the door. They were here at that moment with me in Pune. And she said, welcome, now you are a business owner. You are a businesswoman. And she welcomed me, like completely embracing that thought of me, that me who wanted to, live her life with wings to fly. And it felt awesome. It felt awesome. And I kept on going ahead, learning new things. By the time in 2018, when I was on sabbatical, I started to put forward and started to coach people anyways, just, as an experience to come in, give my inputs, identify where I am placed, and just kept on going on that aspect. So 2018, I kept on moving. 2019, then my mom got severely ill, and finally she passed away in June 2019. I was blown away completely, because she was the one always, as I say, I believe that she believed in me. As a coach, whatever I learned new, I would share with her, and she would just apply it, implement it. She had been one of my first coaches of any kind of new things that I learned. I asked her and she followed. Nonetheless, the grief took a while for me to overcome. So I started as a coach. I started to work. I started to, coach people, really got onto that space. But then the growth, the path was very much intermittent. It was not smooth to start with. Some days were good, some days were really, I was thinking, where I am. Have I made a good choice or better choice? What is it that is going to help me forward? So, fine, 2019 gone, and I said, okay, 2020, then I'm going to start afresh with all the support that I have and really make that move for myself. And now onwards from 2020, I'm going to be, really rocking in the coaching space. And here comes another challenge. My father got ill and he also was diagnosed with cancer. And for him, it was so aggressive that August 2020, I lost him as well. And so Jan, he was diagnosed. Feb, I met an accident. And those were the whole, I would say, ups and downs in my life that kept on happening. Nonetheless, they made me stronger. And if I have to take an example here, I feel that, the experiences make you the person you are. And in this space, having dealt with all of that, I feel that all the incidents, those happened, right? Those were for me to learn something. Those were for me to really imbibe from. Those were for me to really stand up tall. And when I coach people today, no matter how much mess they are into, I know there is a light at the end of the tunnel because I have gone through it myself, really. And now I rock in my coaching business. As a coach, this is the space where I come from. I hold this space for my people, my clients, and then that transformation that happens, right? It gives them that immense pleasure, and it gives me much more pleasure that whatever purpose I'm sent for is met. This is what about me as a person, as a human being, coming from that space where I think I can't be more grateful for everything I've got so far in life. Every human being that I have met, every person that I've dealt with, everybody possibly whom I could help or maybe take help from. Every person, I think I cannot thank enough to my family members, my parents, my sisters, my brother-in-laws, my mom-in-law, my father-in-law, my husband, and all the people who really has added value for this person to be here in front of you, talking about her life, really very being vulnerable and open and honest about it. And this is me. So I invite you, if you have been dealing with stuff in your life and you want someone to hear you, you want someone to listen you and really help you identify that path which is right for you, not right for someone else. Sometimes on the journey also, I thought that, sharing the challenges with your own people, right? Because they have a perspective about you, who you are, and then they would come from their own experiences as well. I'm not saying they are right or wrong, but I'm saying there is a judgment in place that comes into. But if you're working with a professional, someone who can be completely non-judgmental about your situation, you as a person, you as a human being, and then helping you out for creating that path for yourselves, that's going to be the key for you to really get on with your life and completely craft that for yourselves. So the coaches that I've worked with, the programs that I keep attending, so that is the key that has led me to be here, because I always sought for the next level. I always looked forward for creating that next level, and I always went to the people, the right set of people which I thought could be for me to really help me out. So today I work with Alpa Teli. She is my coach, and this is I think this is my space. So a big shout out to Milind, a big shout out to Alpa, and all the people out there. I've been attending, Tony Robbins courses. I think, every space that I learned from has given me this person who I am today, the radiant, sparkling soul. So I invite you, if you have any challenge in your life that you are dealing with, or if you have a dream to live, to really look forward for that, I invite you to have a conversation with me. And, I invite you to take that step for yourselves and really see for it if that conversation can bring some light in your life. And that is what I am for. I look forward for that day in and day out. Every morning as I get up, I just feel like whom I am going to serve today. Who is the one? All my clients know that, because with the intuitive energy of mine, so whatever I have achieved so far, from the ICF side, I am the leadership and executive coach. I am India's first intuition expert and a best-selling author. I'm certified in different modalities. I'm NLP master practitioner, shadow mastery certified, and this is all, I keep on building myself day on day basis. I keep on investing myself in my own learning so that I can bring about the best out of myself and the people I'm working with. So this is an invitation for you. I'm working with business owners currently. If you are a business owner, or nonetheless, even if you are not a business owner, you are a professional and you are having challenges to scale up at your workspace, promotions, hikes, contribution, growth, reach out, give it a try, have a conversation, and I'm sure I would be able to help you with your own life script that you are running with, because I know I'm a master at it. So thank you so much for being there with me on this my journey of why coaching excites me. I have talked about many different aspects since my childhood till date. Who am I? How I came into coaching, what hiccups I faced and how I overcame that, and now how am I progressing forward. And I am sure there is much more that keeps on coming to me, and I'll keep on sharing to all of you in the coming days, months and years, till the time I'm here to contribute. That's going to be for sure. So thank you so much. Like every journey has to end. This journey of my life, speaking about it, has to end here, and I'm sure I'll be getting much more newer stuff to you in whatever I've learned so far, experienced so far, and what value add I can bring on to your life. So thanks so much for listening to me and being out there. I respect your time and commitment to be here and hearing me out throughout. Thank you. Take good care, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.